By now, you've likely come across the name Andrew Tate. Whether it's through social media, the news, or discussions with friends and family, Andrew Tate's influence has surged exponentially in recent years, thanks to his outspoken perspective on masculinity and traditional gender roles, eliciting both admiration and criticism. Andrew aims to inspire individuals to enhance their lives by flaunting his lifestyle and wealth on social media. Residing in a $4 million converted warehouse in Romania, he boasts an impressive collection of 37 supercars, including a rare 1 in 60 Bugatti Chiron worth around $5.4 million. But that's not all. He spends $500,000 a month on private jets and has numerous properties, casinos and hotels all across Europe. His most recent valuation came in at just shy of $1 billion. It's pretty fair to say that Andrew isn't without a bit of money, but I've never truly understood exactly where all this money comes from, so I did some extensive research to try and pinpoint all of Andrew's revenue streams in one video. This is the insane rise of Andrew Tate and his journey from the streets of Luton to billionaire in just over a decade. Emery Andrew Tate III was born on December 1st, 1986, at the Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Washington, D.C. His father, Emery Tate II, was African American and served in the US Air Force stationed in Chick Sands, just outside of Luton. While over in the UK, he met Andrew's mother, Eileen Ashley. They married in 1985 and had 3 children, Andrew, Tristan and Janine. The family remained in the US until 1997, when Andrew's parents separated. After the separation, his mother relocated to Luton in the UK and raised them there. Andrew attended Halyard High School in Luton and continued his studies at Luton Sixth Form College. His mum worked as a catering assistant at a school, which didn't pay a lot of money, so to contribute to the family's finances, Andrew took on a part-time job delivering fish to markets as early as 5 a.m. before heading to his classes. During his younger years, Andrew invested much of his time playing chess with his father, showing promising talent and aiming for a path towards becoming a young grandmaster. However, as his father's guidance faded due to their separation, Andrew gradually moved away from chess, mainly because it was not as popular in the UK compared to the US. At 16, Andrew sought a new path that offered the same mental challenge as chess, but with better financial prospects, and kickboxing became his choice. He explains in the following video how that transition occurred.
Chess is one-on-one battle, right? That's all it is. There's no luck involved. There's no team. There's no wind that can blow the ball. There's no, it's one-on-one. It's a fight. If you lose, you messed up. And fighting feels the same for me. So for me, I thought, well, okay, I can't learn chess well enough without a coach. And I can't find a coach in the UK who I trust to teach me chess, but I can find a coach who can teach me to kick people's ass.
By 2009, he turned professional, and in 2011, he won his first ISKA world title in a rematch against Jean-Luc Benoit, having previously lost to him by decision. His fighting style, keeping his hands down and keeping his face unguarded, earned him the nickname King Cobra. By 2016, when Andrew officially retired, he had secured 4 world titles and 76 wins out of 85 fights in professional kickboxing. Despite this incredible success, kickboxers don't make anywhere near as much as boxers do. Most professional kickboxers will only see around £1,000 a fight, and at the peak of Andrew's career, he was only making around £100,000 a fight before deductions and £1,000 a month in sponsorships with Sidekick. He shared a story about using the £1,000 from his sponsorships to play Baccarat and turned it into £21,000 in just one night. After various fees and deductions, he claims to only net around £40,000 a fight, and with a bit of quick maths, that makes around £120,000 a year if he had 3 major title fights. However, this sum, combined with the fact that kickboxers' average career only lasts around 16 years, it leaves a very short window to make money. Andrew was already 7 years in and claimed to have £3,000 in the bank at this point. However, he did have a hotel in Thailand worth around £400,000, which is believed to be inherited from his father, but they still owed £100,000 on it. The final payment was due and he had no fight scheduled for a few months, so the money wouldn't be available in time to make the final payment. He was around £30,000 short, and with him having no immediate access to what he needed, he explains in the following video what happens next.
30 grand short, right? And I said to Tristan, I said, you know what? When's the last time I got lucky? And he's like, don't do it. It's like, bro, don't trust the big G. I'm going to go to the casino with this 70. I'm going to turn it into 100. So I went to the casino and lost all the money. I was driving there, right? I'm driving to the casino in the BMW and I'm like Googling, doing the math. Like, okay, blackjack has the best statistical odds. I wasn't even playing emotionally. I was playing by statistics and got wrecked.
Realising he couldn't earn £100,000 back in a couple of months, he turned to his connections in kickboxing for a short-term loan. Aware of their reputation for swift and forceful collection, he locked himself away, determined to find a way to make the money back. During this period, he applied his logical approach to unravel the essence of money and its creation. Through exploring concepts like fractional reserve banking, the financial system and quantitative easing, he came to the realisation that money in essence was just a scam, and his solution to break free from this was clear: to make enough money to no longer rely on the conventional financial systems we're accustomed to today. It was this understanding and discipline put upon himself that brought the birth of his first business, which went on to make him a millionaire after just 2 years of inception. Andrew and Tristan entered the adult entertainment industry by creating webcam studios. Andrew saw the growing demand for online adult content and spotted an opportunity, as he explains in the following podcast.
So I had these girlfriends and I thought, well, I can't open a strip club. It costs money to open a strip club. And I'm kind of racking my brain, and by absolute coincidence, I'm going around the internet and I saw in the corner, Talk to Live Girls Now. And I'd never in my life, I was never a porn guy. I've never been watching porn or clicking on these things. And I said, Talk to Live Girls. So I clicked on it and there's some chick there on a computer, like, hi. And I was like, my girls can do that. So that was the very beginning. That was the eureka moment. And I walked into my brother's bedroom and I said, we're going to start a webcam company. That was the beginning of it all.
The idea was straightforward. Women stream live on webcams through platforms like BongaCams and RecTube, and Andrew's studio provided the stage for these live webcam shows. It offered interactive sessions with viewers, allowing for tips and donations, a system identical to Twitch's current setup. Additionally, they provided personalised one-on-one sessions with their customers, priced at around £3 to £5 a minute. Their studios were different from typical live webcam platforms at the time by prioritising high-quality video streaming and high-quality internet connectivity, and also establishing a conducive environment for women to feel at ease in. Rather than solely focusing on explicit performances, they distinguished themselves by fostering emotional connections with their audience. By engaging in meaningful conversations and establishing genuine connections instead of just getting naked or performing specific acts, they cultivated popularity. This approach led to returning clients who felt heard and valued, creating a connection that drew them back for more engagements. Although at first, Andrew has openly admitted that it wasn't actually the women themselves that were typing the responses. Instead, him and Tristan utilised the fake keyboard to interact with the clients themselves. This approach aimed to establish a genuine connection by comprehending men's desires more intimately. As the women observed these interactions, they gradually acquired the skills to communicate with clients themselves. This proved to be extremely lucrative and started to bring in around £3,000 to £4,000 a day. As the business expanded and brought in individuals outside their romantic circles, they extended offers based on negotiated percentages, varying anywhere between 20 and 80%. When he was queried about these perceived high percentages, he responded with the following.
People would say, why did those girls work for you? Because the girls would work for me, and at 50%, because it was 50-50, would make millions per month. If they worked for themselves, they'd make fucking nothing. I was the best in the fucking game. Me, and I had a whole team of staff.
Andrew and Tristan took on several crucial responsibilities, ensuring a professional, secure and supportive work environment for their employees, which included emotional support, handling their tax and stepping in to manage problematic and dangerous customers. They protected them from stalking or harassment and offered a stress-free income, but also an environment that encouraged models to remain within the company. Over 5 years, this business experienced exponential growth, generating a turnover of around $4 million and a monthly profit of $600,000. At this point, the success was supported by a workforce of 75 employees operating in a shift rotation across 5 houses. They claim to have also made 4 women millionaires throughout their career. However, the business at this level proved to be very difficult to manage, particularly as the motivations of those outside his close relationships differed significantly. And after 5 years, they decided to downsize this business back to around 8 people, as he explains.
Then I had these 4 big premises, all these overheads, all these managers that got out of control. So I cut down to like a special forces team of around 8 girls. And that's where I made my most money. When I had 4 girlfriends, my brother had 4 girlfriends, me, my brother, 8 women living in one house. And all the women adored us and they obeyed us. And at the peak, I was turning over $400,000 a month.
With 8 girls?
With 8 girls, yeah.
By 2019, Andrew had become a multi-millionaire and sought to expand his network, aiming to diversify his business portfolio and connect with like-minded individuals. Despite attempts at traditional networking, he struggled to find individuals who shared his business philosophy and mental approach or had the necessary connections he sought. Faced with this challenge, he decided to start his own private members organisation aimed at bringing together highly focused individuals, although, to ensure commitment, he set a membership fee of $500, viewing it as a way to separate those genuinely serious about business from the less dedicated. This became known as the War Room. The financial structure of the War Room is very similar to his webcam studios. 50% is given to the Tates, while the other 50% is split among the leaders in each niche within the setup. And with more than 4,000 current members, that means his cut will stand at just under $16 million a year in membership fees. It's also been confirmed that there's been over 300 graduates in the additional courses, so that nets him another $75 million in revenue. After making all these changes, it was clearly evident that there was still a demand among individuals aspiring for financial freedom online, but lacked the requirements for War Room access. As a result, War Room members collaborated to develop a new membership platform with lower entry barriers and accessible to anyone. This initiative aimed to provide the necessary tools for making money and securing accreditation into the War Room. And this saw the introduction of Hustlers University. Before its closure, Hustlers University amassed around 100,000 paying members, resulting in a monthly revenue of roughly $4.9 million. In October of 2022, Hustlers University rebranded as The Real World. As of time of writing, The Real World has surpassed over 280,000 members and is now generating a monthly revenue of around $14 million for the Tates. This financial structure is again split 50% to the Tates and 50% is paid towards the professors of the 18 wealth creation methods, making them an eye-watering $7 million a month from subscriptions. Another revenue stream funding Andrew's lifestyle is being a franchisee of Romanian casino brand Las Vegas Casinos, overseeing approximately 15 arcade-style casinos that operate solely with machines and have no live dealers. The Las Vegas Casinos are a part of a franchise operating throughout Eastern Europe and boast around a vast network of 400 locations and generate an impressive $18 million in turnover a day. They serve as the primary sponsors for the RXF, which is basically Romania's UFC equivalent, and that's where Andrew also holds a 10% ownership stake. Additionally, he takes the role of English commentator for the RXF, but RXF only make around $100,000 a year, which is chump change compared to everything else. In the following clip, he explains how he got involved with Las Vegas Casinos.
I came up with this plan. I went to them one day and I said, look, how about this? I'll pay to open locations, so it costs you no money to be involved. I'll give you a percentage of turnover, not profits. Even if it makes no money, you're making money because it's pure turnover. And I'll open up directly next door to your number one competitor in Romania. So I'm going to go to war for you with my money. At worst case, it annoys number two in the country, right? And they agreed. So I opened up next door to the competitor, and then I have to try and make money, right? So this goes back into what I was saying earlier, because people always say to me, how do you make money, Tate? You have to sit and genuinely think and analyze. So I opened up this casino next door to my competitor, and 2 doors down, there's a Starbucks. Line for Starbucks is going out the door. Starbucks is always busy. So, okay, so I put a huge sign up, a massive sign up, saying free coffee. And I had a really cute little waitress, and I bought a very expensive coffee machine. And what happened is, because the line for Starbucks was so long, the dudes would go, well, I'll just go get free coffee in there. And then they'd gamble their $5 instead of buy the coffee.
Fast forward 6 months, and Andrew earned enough money to purchase the Bugatti Chiron, costing about $5.4 million after taxes. But then coronavirus hit, and he was forced to close down all of his casinos after battling with the government. And he now claims to earn around $1 million a month from the casinos. Toppers insist that a significant chunk of his wealth, nearing a whopping $100 million, stems from the sage advice generously shared from War Room members. According to him, this exclusive network is like a financial fortress. Some examples include a $5 million investment he made in crypto and a daring $40 million that he made on the Russian rubles during the Ukraine's conflict. While Mr. Producer seems to be swimming in cash, even the mighty might need a plan B. Imagine if things took an unexpected nosedive and he found himself auctioning off his Bugatti on eBay. But with the current economic state of eBay, he might not have much time to do that, which asks the question, what's the deal with eBay these days?